Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually playing a new game. We're playing Total War Rome 2. Now before we start, I just want to show you guys a quick Easter egg that you can do on the main page. If you're updated here to handle with the gates, you don't have to own it. If we keep hitting the return to the home screen button enough times, this will show up. That's cool. We're going to do a grand campaign. We're going to do one of the newer Balkan tribes. We're going to play as Tylis. Now Tylis is different than the other Balkan tribes, the RDI, the Getei, and the Odrysian kingdom, in the fact that Tylis isn't actually have Balkan culture. It says Tylis is part of the great Celtic horde that started in Greece at the beginning of the 3rd century BC. Now saying just into Greece isn't quite correct. It's all the Balkans. Eventually led to a short-lived settlement here that only lasted about 20 to 50 years. Here, the city itself was called Tylis, and over here, Celts that became known as Galatians settled here, found their capital city. Well, they met at a place called Ankara, which still exists today in Turkey, except it is known as modern-day Ankara.
Your people are of strong Celtic blood, but they are recent migrants to these lands and find themselves surrounded by strangers and enemies. To the west stand the Macedonians, an ambitious people whose aggression has led them to seek war with you. They covet your lands, but they will learn of your strength the hard way. To the north lies the Odrysian kingdom. Beware their growing ambitions on land and at sea. But they may be useful as allies against Macedon, for now. Across the Bosphorus, the Bithynians hold no love for you. If taken, their fortress city would connect your lands to those of the Galatians, fellow Celts who have settled in the east. Your people must fight to survive, but that has always been your way. From your new home, the riches of the civilized world are yours to raid and conquer.
Alright, let us begin. Hold on. Send to my bold undertakings. From my home beginnings, some great things. Take your first step. Establish a foothold from which to launch your people to greatness. Completely control 2 provinces either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. We will get 25,000 denarii. First thing, I'm going to lower the music just a bit. And I have the Rome Total War music mod enabled, so I have much better tracks to play than normally a game has. Alright, so Tylis is interesting in that it's mostly Gaelic or Celtic. However, it also has Thracian influences to it, like you can recruit Thracian warriors. And you can also, they also, instead of using Celtic ballista and siege engines, they use Dacian. They also have a special unit called Gallo-Thracian infantry that kind of, as it says, blends these 2 martial cultures together. Now I'm using MAF's unit faction mod, which gives all the Balkan tribes, well, MAF's Balkan unit pack, which gives all the playable Balkan tribes a bit more units. So I can also be able to unlock armored Thracian warriors. 2, 3. So my plan going to be is I'm going to recruit a decent-sized army here, move up into Pulpidava, take that city, build a culture building there, and then from there I'll either unite all of Thracia or we're moving into Macedonia and Hellas. Let's end our turn, and also let's overview our diplomatic relations real quick. So the Odrysian Kingdom has a non-aggression pact signed with us. So they probably won't attack us as long as we have this, and as long as we don't go too far into the red. But as you can see, they're expansionist and unreliable, so they might backstab us, but I think they won't. And ultimately, they're just going to be a bar in our way of taking over Thracia, which is something we need to control, and they're also a different culture than us, which doesn't help us any further. We're at war with Macedon. Bithynia hates us, like they absolutely hate us, and war might ensue, but they hate the Galatians more. You know, the actual Galatians, who they're on pretty neutral stands with us. Pergamon, where they're also on, they don't like us, they don't absolutely hate us. Chimera, who basically has no opinion of us. Royal Scythia, who mostly cultural aversion, but they don't like us. Katiaroi don't like us either. The Getae also don't like us. However, they won't be much of a problem because they have the Odrysian Kingdom to their south, and they have all the nomadic tribes here to their east, and the Celtic tribes of Pannonia to their west, and the Illyrians to the west too. So while I'm doing this Let's Play, I'll probably do a lot of history stuff and talk about other things. In their turn, they actually just leave that. I might actually have to beat the Odrysians up there. Because if they...
I have offered sacrifice to Ares in the hope of a short...
Alright. Uh-oh. The Odrysian Kingdom may actually beat me to it. To Pulpidava. Which I don't want them to do. Which will stop.
I'll just put that there.
Whoa, boy. Alright, time to hope they don't actually take that.
Are you ready to do your duty to the tribe?
Alright, Pergamon. I don't even know why you
Greetings in the name of Hermes.
Give me any money.
Speak, but do not deceive.
Cool.
Eh,
Trace another force here to take care of the problems. Some morale problems here. Now, the one big challenge that Tylis has versus the Galatians is they're both in similar circumstances where they have many different cultures in their home province that other than them they don't have and won't tolerate. Is that the the Tylis initially starts out with no influence to their Celtic culture. They start out with 4%, but they have no way to get more because they don't have any local traditions. The Galatians, however, their province starts out with 80% Celtic, and there is one local tradition here at Ankara to allow them to maintain some of their culture, because they can never get wiped out. In turn, I'm really hoping the Odrysian Kingdom doesn't take Pulpidava. Alright, they didn't. Because if the Odrysian Kingdom did take it, then there was going to be a bit more war starting earlier than I would kind of hope for that between me and them. So right now, they're pretty much my buffer against the Getae. And there's not much reason for me to actually fight this. I actually took this faster than I normally do, which is giving me some food problems.
Thirsty for battle.
But they didn't even try and attack, they just waited. I like a titter, but there are limits. I'm probably gonna have 6 Thracian warriors, 5 slingers, 6 Celtic warriors, and then once I can, I'll get rid of the Sluggy Freeman and put another cavalry unit in there. Really? What's that army made out of? I want that dead. I want that druid dead. What is... Oh.
For the tribe.
I could probably just take that out. My garrison.
Ready for battle.
It's not even worth worrying about. Agent recover, where is he? Kill. Gallo-Thracian Kingdom. Notice. Only inflicted wounds for escaping.
How can I assist you?
Need a bit more money. That's what I thought. We got an upgrade.
Few can match.
Warriors all.
I'm not afraid of, yeah, I know, they're unhappy. Poison is so messy, all that puke and shit. Alright, let's end our turn. Now, historically, Tylis, being an actual city, was very, very minute part of history and didn't really matter much. The events that predecessed it did, however, cause quite a lot of turmoil.
Ready for battle.
So basically what was happening is, so up here, most of the Celtic tribes up here, they began their big invasion of the Balkans. Now, this was about not long after the Diadochian Wars of the Successors were still going on, so this was a pretty big event that was going on. It actually forced some of them to actually join together. Bithynia, who was not a big successor player in this, actually split up their forces when they actually asked some of them to come over here and help Nicomaides, who the city is named after, Nicomaides the First, asked him to overthrow his brother so he can gain the throne, and that's where these guys come from, the Galatians, because that is what the remnants of they are. And Antigonus was ultimately the one that pushed the Celts out of the Balkans.
I live to serve the people of Gaul.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Macedon retreated. No, wait, no they didn't. That's a new army. That's a big army. I don't lose Anthea. Right, Chevalier on the Gallo-Thracian Kingdom. Alright, now that's a bit scary. Very sabotage. I need them stopped. Work baggage train.
I like that word. Was there ever any doubt?
I'm gonna hope that did stop them. As if they didn't, I am in some deep shit. One, two, three. It did stop him. See if I can assassinate their general.
Morrigan, we give their soul. In failure, I succeed. See, Father, I told you I'd be a great man.
Ready for orders.
So let's look at what we're fighting. Who's this army led by? It's Antigonus. So let's see if we can reverse history. You got Levy Pikemen. Quite a few. Some militia hoplites. Slinger, Javelin Peltast, a Royal Peltast, and a Companion Cavalry. Nothing I'm afraid of. The only thing I'd be afraid of is if I actually get caught by the pikes. However,
For
some
the
simple
tribe.
skirmishing, well not skirmishing, just going around,
Father to us all.
flanking will be able to stop him.
To battle.
Yeah, we are going to fight this. I'm going to quick save anyway. So my main strategy for this is I'm going to put my Celtic warriors, my Levy Freemen, my Oathsworn out in front. I'm going to keep my Thracian warriors on the flanks so I can loop them around. But probably be able to just completely decimate Macedonians, assuming I can do this right. There's only 2 units in there I'm really afraid of. It's the Companion Cavalry, because there's no way my Light Cavalry will be able to stop them, and that Royal Peltast. However, that alone isn't going to be able to stop all this. So they're deployed. The AI decided to deploy on a hill. It was a pretty smart move by them. Got a bit of lag there. Alright. Put them in front. I'll put these guys right behind, actually.
Thracian warriors.
3 Thracians on each flank.
Orders. Snappers.
Okay, let's put them behind.
Race in the warrior.
And I'll keep my horses under their own control. Control G. Alright, let's do it.
Warriors on warriors ready. The bards shall sing of this day.
In case any of you guys are wondering, I'm running the mods. I'm running our 12 turns per year mod. MAF's Balkan Unit Pack. I'm running the graphic enhancement mod, as you can tell, the game looks a lot better. Oh, what else am I using? I'm using the Spartan Total Infantry and Total Reskin mods to make Sparta look a lot better. While for the time period, the base Spartans in the game are actually pretty accurate. Or if they did get one thing that's accurate is how the Spartans look in this game, because at this time the Corinthian style helm was falling out of favor. It was actually not used that often, except maybe for higher ranking military officials who wanted to use it. The thing is with the Corinthian helm was sorry guys. The thing about the Corinthian helm is it was very good at protecting you, but it had some drawbacks. One of them was the helmet got really, really hot. And this wasn't so much of a problem as in Greece, due to its mountainous nature, but it was more of a problem in the east, due to the deserts and the heat. It was very uncomfortable for the person wearing it to use. There's also the fact that you couldn't really hear things that well out of it. Although there were later designs made that had like ear slits in them, it kind of removed some of the protective value that the helmet was so famed for.
For our ancestors!
And then there's the fact that the ice, well, although it varied greatly between each style of Corinthian helm, depending on who made it, the ice slits would be varying in how well you could see. It ultimately just led to different styles of helmets being used, and since we're fighting Macedon here, we can actually see some of them.
Any man who dies!
This helmet here that looks like a Smurf helmet became in favor because it helped protect more against ranged attacks like javelins and stones and arrows. It still performed the things needed to form a phalanx. As your shield protected the front of your body, however your head would be much more protective. Then you also had these kind of helmets, the regular base kind of helmets. These are actually, you can see here, they have the Gallic kind of flaps on them. You can see him demonstrating right here. The Mohawk there is mostly for protective design, and the helmet alone is a pretty famous design that was used by lots of peoples. Here, more of the Smurf hats. Let's see. Any of these guys have the right helmet on? I can't find anything to do. Well, some of the Celtic warriors might. Yeah, so that guy right there wearing the silver helmet, see how his helmet has flaps on it? At least I believe it does. There we go, you see those guys with the... Pause it real quick. These guys right here who have the flaps on the helmets, this is ultimately where the late Imperial style and post-Marian helmets get based off of. Because if you look at this, basically make it silver, flatten the tap just a bit, take off that little spot right there. It would basically look much like the stereotypical Roman helmet, because that's what it was designed after. Alright, let me speed it up right here. Yeah, so the AI's moved a bit. I don't know if they're really expecting that one militia hoplite. They have, I didn't really think about how many pikes they had. However, now, Thracian units actually have, all ramp fire units, which the Thracian warriors have, and then units that have them, and also the Falx, which only certain Dacian units have actually gotten a bonus versus large, which means like elephants and cavalry. This is good. This is actually kind of what I want them to do. Broke their formation. Charge. No, charging up this hill's not the good idea, but they got ranged units. Oh, they broke pike phalanx. They broke their pike phalanxes.
Our general is under attack.
This is perfect. Go right here and help out those companions. Recharge militia hoplites over up. I want you guys to head up there. I want that long Thracian. Good, that's a size. Go. Move around. Pikes are really good units until you get around their flanks. And even like cheaper pikes, like levy pikemen, if you can get around their sides, like not even around their sides, like you it's like a oath sworn, or is it fighting a pike? No, it's fighting the pull back. Oh no, it's fighting Poltax. That's why he's dying so fast. Come over here. So pikes aren't all that tough. This guy went around. This pike phalanx is about to be done. Are they reforming away? Very good. Go chase them.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Stop these three shores.
Oath sworn warrior! The enemy general is dead.
Antigonus is dead. Oh, that was a bad idea. Get in there, get in there. Oh, they didn't even put their pikes in the right direction.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Thracian warriors!
Raiders ready.
Alright.
Infantry!
That's what else we cut. Warriors right in the back. Oh, there's no way to chase them.
Thracian warriors!
Our men flee the field of battle.
Get them.
This is a shameful display.
Get her on the side. Easy. There we go. I'd say this was a pretty successful battle. I don't know why he's still this
Thracian
Those are some
warriors!
pretty substantial losses. Close victory. The enemy has been broken. Alright, so let's evaluate the battle. So we killed 1,868 units. Pretty good. They lost 1,870, which means they only had 2 friendly fire incidents, which is pretty good. However, they killed 863 units and we had 933 losses, which basically means that my ranged units were killing a sizable amount of my own troops. However, they only have a little over 100 chiefs left, and I still have about 1,600. And as you can see here, you can see which units did good, like 236 for this Celtic warrior. However, this Thracian warrior only got 17. 74 kills with that militia hoplite is pretty impressive, though. Probably finding the Levy Freeman. And taking this got destroyed. Only thing left are these slingers and javelin men. That's the only real thing. Oh, who's leading it now? Oh, there's no one leading it.
Ready for destroy them!
No, I'm not even. I might actually not be able to catch them from the Oathsworn if I do this. Then I can just chase them with the calves once they come. This is easier. And we lose 17 soldiers, blah blah.
Your next command? Call this a garrison? Ready for battle.
Tactician. Plus damage equipped by all melee units.
Patrols.
I'd say that's pretty successful. Let's see, I'm not a unit of Celtic warriors and slingers. And culture 3. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Let's save our game. Let's play Tylis. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video there. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and I hope you guys all have a nice summer and a great day.